Shalom. This is Nazim. This is the Torah Pop, and today's lesson is going to be about prophetess. Like, women think that there's female prophetess, like prophets that teach. You don't teach, and the Most High is not the author of confusion. A woman is not a prophet. She's not meant to teach. The Most High does not suffer a woman to teach. That means He don't tolerate that. A woman is not supposed to have power over a man, and teaching is a form of having power over a man. We're gonna go to 1 Timothy, 2:2-12, and their feelings are always involved. So if they feel like they don't like what you're saying, and they don't like it, even if it's wrong, they won't agree with it. 1 Timothy 2 and 12, verse 12. But I suffer not a woman to teach, not to usurp authority over the man, but to be in silence. In other words, I don't tolerate a woman teaching or having authority over a man. I only require you to be quiet. A simple-minded woman will look at this and get offended, like, what that mean? Let's talk. Why can't I speak? Why can't I talk? Because you're too emotional. You're going to get in your feelings and you're going to get pissed off about what you don't like, and you're going to fuck shit up. Like, you hit a brother with, like, not all women are emotional. I frankly don't care. There's too many of you that are. For me to, like, trust a decision like that. Like, whatever this shit is, it ain't working for us. It hasn't been working for our people. It's been fucking us up. Y'all been running shit for a while now. Y'all the boss. And y'all don't even like it. So I don't even know why the fuck y'all keep arguing with us about this shit. Y'all be wanting a nigga to run a man to stand 10 toes and lead, but then you just don't want to listen to what he's saying. So you want a leader, but you don't want to listen. That's fucking retarded. And too controversial. Y'all just like fucking drama and chaos. Y'all like too fucking unstable. And it's like, when you finally do something stable, you want to be applauded for it, and then go right back shit insane. So like, no, it's like it's too risky for you to be teaching. Because if you might be reading this, then you be like, well, I don't like how that goes. You know what I'm saying? When it comes to us and how I feel as a woman, so I'm not gonna believe it. Like, that's unreasonable. And a lot of men think like that now too, so that means that men think like you. And if men are thinking like you, then that means men are thinking like women. And now we got even literal trans women, or men that's trying to become women, trying to beat up on women now. So this whole idea of y'all teaching shit and agreeing with shit whenever y'all like, just because somebody listen to you or make you feel like shit ain't working. You know what I'm saying? It's even getting y'all messed up. So, look, I can speak all this reason. Somebody is still gonna sit right there and say, but I don't like what you're saying. It don't make sense to me, because you ain't got no brain. Because I think when people be thinking, like, when they be saying, yeah, I believe in higher power, but I think He'll want me to do this. I think He'll want me to do this. I believe He wants to do that. I'm spiritual, you know what I'm saying? I'm spiritual. I'm gonna do it. They want to believe in this super being that's only, they say they believe in everything, but that's only really cares about them and nothing else. It's some weird shit. And they can do everything stupid under the sun and they'll be forgiven. But, gonna punish everybody. Man, everybody else around them, like, all the people. But all the people they don't want to get harmed, I guess they gonna believe that their little imaginary friend is gonna stop them from it. I don't know what the fuck they believe. But they be saying this, but when there's a Bible and the verse says, like, the Most High is perfect, they gotta assume that He has some type of flaw or something. When He say that He don't cause confusion, He's not the author of confusion. That means even though there's confusion, He's not the one that caused it. He's not the one that's or author that. He's not the one that orchestrated that. Somebody else put that in the story. Because remember in the beginning, his story, everything was all good. But I'm digressing. In the beginning it was all good. We had everything all good. So 1 Corinthians 14:33. Confusing came from disobedience. For God is not the author of confusion, but of peace, as in all churches of the saints. So the Most High is not a God that loves confusion. He's not an author that loves confusion. But men like combating fights and conflict, and women like conflict and drama and whoop. Confusion, you know what I'm saying? The whole confusion is really coming from us. But the people that rule over us right now. Because the rulers control everything. And the leaders are a certain nationality. And that nationality happen to be a certain skin tone. You know what I'm saying? And they claim they come from every other place, but where they want to say they came from. But they came from Mount Seir. So he's not the author of confusion. The people that's around right now is creating this confusion. And that's because they want people to, have people go off their feelings and their heart, but your heart lies to you. So let's actually get into what a prophetess is, right? These are actually women of honor. So, someone want to say, you talk down on women. All right, let's speak of women of honor. This is what a prophetess is. It's like a beautiful talent or something that women have that some really blessed women are gifted with. Now, the Greek form of it, you know what I'm saying? The language they were speaking around that time, I believe, is actually. I'm gonna give you all aspects of what a prophetess is. This is every version. So the very root of every version. And the first one is in Revelations. Revelations 2, verse 20. Notwithstanding, I have a few things against thee, because thou sufferest that woman, Jezebel. See, remember, this is one of the prophetess, which calleth herself a prophetess, to teach and to seduce my servants to commit fornication and to eat things sacrificed unto idols. So it's usually a woman. This is a Jezebel spirit, a prophetess. I mean, she got a Jezebel mindset. If she got a Jezebel spirit, she got a Jezebel mindset. So basically, this is a woman who is considered to have a messed up mind. They'll teach you that everything you doing is not that bad. Everything, she'll teach a young boy he can be gay. It's cool to be gay. That's have a man, allow a man. Is she fine with it? She okay with that? You'll explore herself, or tell a woman that it's okay. You know what I'm saying? Or God wouldn't want you not to love, or you know what I'm saying, find to be with the person you care about, or something like that. That's in Revelation. So I mean, that's the woman of right now, actually. So this is actually talking about woman of right now, because this is in Revelations. This is talking about the Jezebel, but it's also but her spirit basically kind of does represent the spirits of the women of today. Okay, Proverbs 8:4. The prophets are only men. Unto you, O men, I call. So, you, men, to you, I call you men, and my voice is the sons of men. And he says, so basically, the speaker that speak for me are the boys, or in other words, the sons that come from those men. So in other words, he only deals with men. He only speaks through men. There's a hierarchy. You can't skip us and say like, oh yeah, my mother was a seer. You know, she seen visions because she was a prophetess. You know, she used to speak, man. People just, man, look, niggas just be using words in the Bible and then like come up with their imaginary thought process. So, you know what I'm saying? Like, and that's just frankly, that's just retarded. You can't sit right there and go over your drill sergeant to your captain. You know what? You probably can in like Esau society, but that's not how it works in the Most High's way. There's a hierarchy. You know what I'm saying? The woman is the head of the child. She's over the children. The man is over the woman. That's her leader, whether she like it or not. And you can't tell somebody that's leading you how to rule. That's like kids telling you how you should discipline them when they run the house. Little kid write with a marker all over your wall, and you just sit right there and say, like you shouldn't do that. And then the little kid say, well, I don't think you should talk to me that way, and you should explain how I shouldn't do that. You know, a better way. I don't like your tone. Matter of fact, maybe if you had my permission to explain things to me, and you did it the way that to my standards, then I'd probably listen to you about not writing on them with a marker on the wall, Mom. Like, you gotta think about that. Like, that little kid is not going to be standing 2 feet in that same spot if he spoke to his mom like that. So why, as women, do y'all think y'all should get away with treating men that way? Like, that's like the Most High is not going to look at that. You can look at this and say, well, I don't like what you're saying, but you're not speaking against me. You're disrespecting God. You're not disrespecting me. You're disrespecting our Father. You're disrespecting Him. Because I'm just repeating what He's saying. I'm His voice. I'm just telling you. That's why He say don't sit right there and touch one of these little ones, because we His messengers. You really not supposed to shoot the freaking messenger. Stupid. You can't sit right there and get mad at us because we explaining to you what this actually says, and you don't like it, and we telling you what He's saying is telling you what is wrong, and you want to believe, well, wrong is subjective, but that's not what the fuck He said. He the one that created the rules of this universe. I'm pretty sure He could tell you what's wrong. If you don't like it, and then once it gets to this point, you want to pray to this God, but then when you don't like what He said, you want to say, well, how do you know that this same God that y'all like to pray to, when y'all feel some type of way, is not the God? Like, man, I don't know. I could say it could be Buddha right after that when it's convenient. Whenever y'all in y'all feelings, y'all say y'all rather try to figure out if it's Buddha or some shit. You know, then go to Islam. Maybe it's Allah. You know, y'all be switching up like a slider. And this goes for the men. This wasn't even talking about the women. Like, this went for our whole people. So understand that there's a hierarchy you gotta follow. Like, this ain't just something we just tell people. There's literally an order. Things like teacher, student. There's literally an order to our life. And I'm sorry, I'm on the wrong chapters. 1 Corinthians 11 and 11 and 3. But I will have you know, he's saying, I want you to know this. that the head of every man is Christ. Christ just means Messiah. So, and Messiah just means Savior, or the heroes of our people, like basically like hero. And the head of the woman, is who? The head. Your head is connected to your body. Your body, your head, your mind. The head controls the body. The body is supposed to follow the head or the mind. If it's not flowing with the mind, it destroys itself. And the head is a leader because your head leads the body. And the head of the woman is the what? Is the man. So when it comes to thoughts, we should listen. You should listen to your man. And the head of who? So the head of the man is the Messiah. And the head of the Messiah is the Most High Himself. Is God. Is Yahweh. So the ruler of the world has his ruler. The ruler of the heavens and the earth has his ruler. And that's the highest being there is. The most powerful being there is. It doesn't go past that. Nothing created him. He always existed. So let's go to what a prophetess actually is. We got one aspect of the Jezebel prophetess. Then we have the examples of righteous prophetess, which is the Hebrew version, or our word for what a prophetess was for us, a righteous prophetess. Exodus 15. And 20. Man, I wonder how you doing. I'm gonna miss y'all. My babies. And Miriam, the prophetess, the sister of Aaron, took a timbrel in her hand, and all the women went out after her with timbrels and with dances. And Miriam answered them, Sing ye to the Lord, for he hath triumphed gloriously. The horse, his rider, hath he thrown into the sea. Our women, prophetess for us, were our women having fun, like singing, bringing lifting our spirits. That was a prophetess for us. She wasn't teaching. She was blessing our spirits. She was healing our minds. She was bringing joy to the room. She could sing. They would dance together. This is like they celebrate. Or they sit right there and basically sing like the glory of God. They weren't teaching about him. They would just sing about him, like how great he is, or Damn, these niggas got shots. Man, listen. Let's keep shooting. Shit. Alright. So yeah. They was singing and dancing, and they played music. If anything, it was like the choir. It was like the cheerleaders to our people, basically. I don't know how to say cheerleader, but it was a prophetess. She was singing. She was basically a woman that made us happy. that made sure, we was good. Something is like women just don't like to do no more or want something for it. And it was just a fun thing to do anything. Anyway, it made us all happy. Now women too busy trying to compete with us instead of just having fun with us. Now, let's go into the root definition of the Hebrew word for prophetess, right? Because we already said that. Let's see, it's Nabaya. Nabaya. So that's Nabaya in Hebrew, because it's the NB. Yeah, that's Nabaya in Hebrew, and it means a prophetess or ancient time endowed with the gift of song. So that means she was basically blessed with a voice, like she could sing. She could sing, or she know how to like lift people's spirits and have them singing. You know, you know how when we had a woman, and it was actually some of the women that actually did bring some type of life to the church, because at the end of the day, the main thing about our women, their talent was that they was lively and they was very fun to be around. We loved them because like women are fun, but these women have become, their fun is corrupted. Like, it's not helpful. It's just just selfish, and it's just like harmful, and it just attacks. It's not joy amongst each other. But then again, we going to war with each other and selling each other out. The only thing we teaching them is like murder and betrayal and shit. We still leaders. Even when you think you're not leading women, you really still have some form of influence on them. And if a man agrees with everything they saying, then that's not a man that could be basically leading them. So that's what a prophetess is. That was later called for Huda or Huda, and then you got the false prophetess. Now a false prophetess, basically in some cases, it would be like a woman that's like biting off like our woman's style. You know what I'm saying? Like our woman have like the nice hair and do a nice hairstyle. She really try to take credit for it. Act like she a better singer than her. Nah, there's no competition. Our woman was born lively. Like they was born with a lot of fun manners about them, and like they really attracted to us, but we're attracted to them. But it's just our love and like our appreciation for each other and our respect for each other was turned into competition, so it became corrupted. You see, the competition, our brothers they love so bad that they're willing to sell out their own brothers and pretend like what they see is not happening. Like the negative things that they see from women doing that, as long as they get theirs, get their form of attention, they not seeing what's happening or pretend like they're not seeing. But mentally, all this is just messing us all up. Like this divide between us is just competing and shit, just fucking us up. We ain't having fun with each other no more. We just using each other. Like our people gotta wake up, man. You don't got much time. Most High is on his way. He ain't gonna tolerate this shit. You gotta stop. You gotta stop this. Like all of this shit, disobeying this shit is ended the world, and it will happen again. If you keep doing it, it's gonna happen again. And the end of the world and the judgment of the Most High it's not pleasant. It's not what you think. It's not an oh well moment. Like you just gonna it's a severe, traumatic moment for everything. And it's a joyful moment because he's gonna let off his frustration, but it's a tragic moment because you letting off your frustration on people you care about. These type of damages from us affect all of reality. We messing things up. So basically, that's what a prophecy was. And and like she professed his name, kind of like she brag about, like kind of like she like when women profess their man's name, like. Let's say like, oh Trey, he really good, he do this, do that. It's like professing. It's like you brag about him. You know what I'm saying? You profess, you putting respect. You know what I'm saying? You like adoring the name of this man, adoring the name of the person you with, like adoring the name of adoring the things, appreciating the things that's been done. Like woman's greatest quality was like their appreciative ones, genuine appreciation, not that thank you, then I'm still gonna be mad like 5 seconds later over something still stupid. I wasn't like that, bro. Like, I'm gonna go into what a divine woman was soon. What y'all call a holy woman. A holy woman would be a divine woman. Since there's a lot of women who want to use this term divine, I'm gonna go into that soon. Hopefully, if the spirit's on me. Sometimes I be in and out with my lessons. So we about